Welcome to Did You Know Crypto? I'm Jill Cillionaire, and this is the space where we break down money, crypto, and investing in a way that actually makes sense. No hype, no confusing tech talk, just real conversations about how money works, why it changed, and what crypto is really trying to fix. Whether you're brand new or just trying to connect the dots, you're in the right place. So take a breath, lean in, and let's start with one simple question. Did you know? I'll be your guide today. Yeah, let's get started. Did you know money changed before crypto? First, let me tell you a story about money because crypto didn't just appear. It showed up after money changed. For a long time, money was tied to something real, gold. After World War II, countries made a global agreement that linked currencies to the US dollar, and the dollar itself was backed by gold. That system created limits, and limits help people trust money. Think of it like a gift card. If a store sells only 100 gift cards, you trust yours has value. If they can print unlimited cards, that trust starts to fade. Then came 1971, what history calls the Nixon shock. President Richard Nixon ended the gold backing of the US dollar. Overnight, money was no longer tied to gold, only trust. Historian Niall Ferguson wrote in The Ascent of Money, 2008, money is a matter of belief. And belief can be fragile. When money became numbers on a screen. After the Nixon shock, money continued to change. Banks could now create money by issuing loans, literally adding numbers to a screen. When you signed for a mortgage, the money wasn't always sitting in a vault. It was created at that moment. Money became easier to make, but harder to believe in. Then fire started to grow. The financial crisis. A mother in Cleveland named Angela lost her home after her adjustable mortgage doubled. She worked full-time, but the payments rose too fast. Stories like hers filled the news. According to the New York Times, reporter Edmund L. Andrews wrote on Sept 18, 2008, millions of Americans are facing foreclosure as the financial system unravels. Banks were bailed out. People were not. The protests that followed. That's why movements like Occupy Wall Street began in 2011, and similar protests spread worldwide. Indignados in Spain, anti-austerity protests in Greece, Occupy London. Economist Joseph Stiglitz wrote in Vanity Fair, April 2011, the system was set up to help the financial sector, not ordinary citizens. One day, the question that changed everything. So in 2008, someone asked a bold question. What if money had rules no one could quietly change? That question led to Bitcoin. Crypto didn't try to be fancy. It tried to be fair and transparent. It didn't replace money. It responded to broken trust. So that is the end of this episode. Ours. Next episode, what Bitcoin actually is and how it works. Thanks for spending this time with me on Did You Know Crypto? Yes. If today's episode made you think a little differently about money, that's the goal. Learning crypto isn't about rushing, it's about understanding. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the podcast, share it with someone who's curious, and come back for the next conversation. Because once you understand how money works, you stop guessing and you start choosing. Until next time, I'm Jill Cillionaire.